Hey everyone, welcome back to another deep dive. Today we are tackling something really helpful for those of you learning English.
That's right.
We're zeroing in on easy conversations.
Yeah. You know, the kind you might have every day.
Exactly.
And to make it even more fun,
Yeah.
we're going to act out a little dialogue.
Okay.
Think of it like a mini English lesson,
Right.
but in action.
Uh-huh.
So get ready to pick up some useful phrases
Yeah.
and vocabulary that you can use right away.
Okay.
Today's scene is at the gym,
Cool.
a place where people go to get healthy and strong
That's right.
and maybe even strike up a conversation or two.
Yeah.
So let's introduce our characters for this scenario.
Okay.
We have Alex and Ella.
Right.
They're both at the gym,
Okay.
maybe getting ready for a workout.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll be Alex,
Okay.
and you be Ella.
Got it.
Ready?
Okay. Ready.
Hey, Ella.
Also, nice to see you here.
You too. I've been trying to maintain a regular workout routine, trying to stay healthy. That's great. How often do you come to the gym?
I try to work out 3 times a week to build endurance.
Wow.
It's hard, but I'm getting stronger.
Would you mind showing me how to use this equipment?
Of course.
I'm new here.
Yeah, you need to be safe on these machines. But it's easy once you learn.
I'm feeling good today. This
Yeah.
workout is not as intense as I thought.
That's the spirit. Let's cool down with some stretches later.
Wow. That was fun. I really felt like I was at the gym with Alex.
Me too. Now that we've heard the dialogue, let's break down some of the key phrases and words that might be helpful for our listeners.
Sounds like a plan.
Where should we start?
Um,
Well, I think maintain a regular workout routine is a good one to start with.
okay.
It sounds a bit formal,
Yeah,
but it's a common way to say that you exercise regularly.
right.
And for those who are just starting out,
Yeah.
exercise regularly might even be a simpler way to express the same idea.
Exactly.
It means doing something like going to the gym on certain days of the week.
Right.
And speaking of going to the gym regularly, Alex also mentioned that he's trying to build endurance.
Okay.
That's an important concept for anyone who wants to get fitter.
Absolutely.
Build endurance means to become stronger and able to do something for a longer time without getting tired.
So if you can run for longer or lift more weight without getting too tired,
Right.
you're building endurance.
That's a great explanation. I think another phrase that's worth highlighting is cool down.
Okay.
Alex suggested that they cool down with some stretches.
Yes. Cool down is something you do after exercising to help your body relax and recover.
It's like slowing down gently instead of stopping suddenly.
Exactly.
And stretching is a great way to cool down.
It helps your muscles relax and prevents soreness.
Now let's move on to some of the individual words that stood out in the conversation.
Okay.
One that I thought was important was intense.
Yeah.
Remember, Ella said, "This workout is not as intense as I thought."
Right.
Intense is a great word to describe something that is strong or demanding. So an intense workout would be one that is really challenging.
Uh-huh.
And you know what's interesting? You can use intense to describe other things besides workouts too.
Oh, that's a good point. Like what?
Like you could have an intense movie
Okay.
or even an intense conversation.
Exactly. It's all about that feeling of being very focused and engaged.
All right. Before we move on, are there any other words or phrases from the dialogue that you think are worth highlighting?
I think equipment is a useful one to mention.
Good catch.
Ella asked Alex to show her how to use the equipment at the gym.
Equipment is a general word for the tools or machines that you need to do a particular activity.
Right.
And at the gym,
Yeah.
the equipment would be things like treadmills,
Uh-huh.
weights,
Right.
and exercise bikes.
Exactly.
So if you're new to the gym,
Yeah.
you might ask someone, "Can you show me how to use the equipment?"
Exactly. And you can use the word equipment for other things too,
Yeah.
like kitchen equipment or camping equipment. It's
Yeah.
a really useful word to know.
All right, let's do a quick review of the key vocabulary we've talked about so far.
Okay, so we had maintain a regular workout routine, build endurance, cool down, intense, and equipment. That's quite a list.
It is, but don't worry, we'll go over them one by one to make sure everything is clear.
Okay, sounds good.
So first we have maintain a regular workout routine.
Right.
Can you remind us what that means again?
Sure. Maintain a regular workout routine simply means to exercise regularly. It's about making exercise a habit, like going to the gym on the same days each week.
And remember we talked about how you could also just say exercise regularly,
Right.
which is a simpler way to say the same thing.
Exactly.
Now let's move on to build endurance.
Okay.
This one is all about getting stronger and being able to exercise for longer periods.
Right. Think of it like training for a marathon. You need to build up your endurance so you can run for a long time without getting too tired.
Perfect example. How about cool down? What was that all about again?
Well, cool down is what you do after your workout to help your body relax and recover. It's important to cool down to prevent muscle soreness.
Right. And stretching is a great way to cool down. It helps your muscles relax and return to their normal state.
Exactly. Now let's talk about the word intense. We said that intense means strong or demanding, right?
That's right. So an intense workout would be one that is really challenging and pushes you to your limits.
And remember we talked about how intense can be used to describe other things too,
Right.
like an intense movie or an intense conversation. It's a word that can describe anything that has a strong effect on you.
Good point. It's a versatile word. Finally, let's recap equipment.
Equipment is the word we use for the tools or machines that we need to do a particular activity.
Right, like at the gym, the equipment would include things like treadmills, weights, and exercise bikes.
Hmm.
But you can use equipment for all sorts of activities.
Exactly. You could talk about kitchen equipment, camping equipment, or even musical equipment. It's a very general word that can be used in lots of different situations.
That's a great point. Now, I know we've covered a lot of vocabulary, but I think it's important to emphasize that these are just a few examples of words and phrases you might hear at the gym.
Absolutely. The more you listen to real conversations, the more you'll pick up.
Right. And don't be afraid to ask questions if you hear something you don't understand. Most people at the gym are happy to help.
That's true. People at the gym are usually friendly and supportive.
So if you're ever feeling lost for words, just remember our dialogue between Alex and Ella and use it as a starting point. You can adapt the phrases and vocabulary to fit your own conversations.
Exactly. The goal is to build your confidence and fluency so you can communicate naturally in any situation. And remember, practice makes perfect.
I love that. And speaking of practice, if you're enjoying this deep dive into gym vocabulary and want to hear more, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We have tons of great content to help you improve your English skills.
We do. And if you have any suggestions for future deep dives, let us know in the comments. We're always looking for new ideas.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
I like where this is going. What is it?
Imagine you're at the gym and you see someone struggling with a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
How would you approach them and offer help?
Ooh, that's a good one. It's a great opportunity to practice your English and be helpful at the same time.
Exactly. Think about what you would say, what kind of vocabulary you would use, and how you would make sure the person understands you.
It's all about putting those English skills into action in a real-world situation.
And you know what? Even if you make a mistake, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The important thing is to try.
Absolutely. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning a new language.
Exactly.
It's all part of the process.
The more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
And remember, the gym is a great place to practice your English
Yeah.
because it's a relaxed and friendly environment.
So true. People are there to focus on their fitness,
Right.
and they're often open to chatting and making new friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't be shy about striking up a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
You might be surprised at how much you can learn from each other.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. We've explored some common phrases and vocabulary you might encounter at the gym.
Yeah.
And we've even challenged you to think about how you would handle a real-life situation.
It's been a great deep dive. I hope our listeners feel more prepared to navigate the world of gym conversations in English.
Me too. And remember, even simple conversations can help you build your confidence and fluency.
Absolutely. Every interaction is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Well said. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your expertise. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
It was my pleasure. I always enjoy helping people learn English and discover the joy of communication.
And all of our amazing listeners out there, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep those English conversations flowing. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into everyday English.
Until next time.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.